Oh, shit, goddamn.
Well, that's the way to start the podcast right there, boys. Hello, everybody. How you doing?
What's going on this evening, fellas?
Better late than never, I guess. Thank you, YouTube.
A little bit of a technical issue that Adam had to
Google.
swear and kick things, and
yeah,
we got to figure it out, though.
I know. Yeah, how's it going, fellas, guys, boys, kids? How you doing, Jake?
Oh, I'm doing all right. It's been rough. Back at the office.
Yeah.
Back at work after that long holiday break.
Yeah, going back into the orifice is never good.
Had to wear like real pants again and get up before 6. Ugh.
Yeah, going
brutal.
Back oh, there you go.
Yowza.
Yeah, real pants suck.
Yeah, I usually don't put real pants on until after lunch.
And then you take them off after dinner. So
yeah, I mean, I wear them for what, 6 hours a day?
It's a long day.
I just grab my sweatpants from the corner when I wake up and put them on.
And that's pretty much it.
Come back off, throw them in the corner. Next day, rinse, repeat. So, I'm going to tweet this out, motherfuckers. So, hey, Jake, you want to do the old, rules of engagement?
You guys are hearing me all right though? Not cutting out. I'm on the old school snowball.
You're not going to get out of it. So
the funny thing tonight is I can't hear myself, and it's throwing me off. Even though I was having trouble listening to myself the past. Yeah, now I can't hear myself. It's like, what am I saying? Oh boy. Well, hello, boys and girls. Yeah, tonight we got a fun one. We tracked this one down. I actually had a friend. We'd mentioned this on a previous episode. I had a friend that lives in the Logan Square area where Revolution Tap Room is. Find this one for us. So we got Deth by Currants, another Revolution, one of our favorite breweries, Chicago brewery. So we're gonna pop this baby open, give it a good sniff. Since I'm not sharing with the boys tonight, I really get to get in there and let my sniff go. Pour it out, talk about some color, see what it smells like in the glass, get our first sips, run around the table, go around the horn, get some ratings, we'll get some first impressions. I think I did chill mine. You guys chilled yours tonight?
I did, and there's a note in the show notes to talk about that.
Excellent. And yeah, we'll talk about some Revolution news, some beer news. We'll get a midway point, check in, see how we're feeling. Is it getting better? Is it changing? Is it opening up?
Talk yourselves here. I gotta go get my beer. I forgot it. Be back.
What?
Oh, he doesn't have a beer. That's a party foul.
Yet?
All right. Well, Chad, looks like it's just you and me tonight. Adam just got the boot. Yeah. Then we'll check in on some other beer news. Maybe we'll talk about any 2019 beer resolutions, beer related, and we'll finish off with some final check-ins.
Yeah. Do you do resolutions? Like, are you a resolution guy or?
The only resolution I ever okay, there's 2 reoccurring resolutions. There's never really any new resolutions.
Okay.
The two reoccurring resolutions are drink less and get in shape, usually. And about 1 out of every 5 years I actually do it. And then yeah, that's kind of the trend that I've established. So I did it like 4 years ago, so it's probably not going to happen this year. Maybe next year.
Well, I try not to do resolutions. Adam and I had this discussion the other day about resolutions and whether or not that you can like believe in them or not, but I don't do resolutions because I feel like resolutions is something if you say you're going to resolve to do something that you better be doing it. So I kind of set goals, something that I can achieve, and then once the goal is met, then I move on. It's not something that I've like resolved to do throughout the entire year.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, and I don't disagree with that sentiment. I mean, if it's something you should be doing, why are you waiting to do it? Why not start working on it? And then once you hit your goal, move on. But what's that?
Chad says there's a consequence when you don't do resolutions.
There's a consequence?
I haven't done shit for resolutions and nothing's happened to me. So
I think for me, it just helps to have like, okay, here's my starting point. It just gives me like a mental starting point to prepare myself for. That's all.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only benefit I get from it. So, Adam, did we?
Did it work? Did you hear it?
One beer.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Are we using the part of the new technology tonight?
I am.
You're using all the new technology.
Yes. The only reason Jake can't be here is because there's no place for him to sit.
Because he doesn't want me there.
No, this place is a shithole right now. Like, it is such a mess in here. It's not even funny. So, yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Well, we've got new equipment. Well, Adam has purchased new equipment for 2019. Jake and I have both purchased new microphones that we're not using tonight, but the next show will be
if Amazon delivers yours.
If everything is on track, we'll have should have really, really good audio next week.
Chad apparently, when he ordered Amazon, picked the horse and buggy shipment option. So.
Yes, I think I did.
Somebody is walking from the closest center.
Yeah, the Pony Express option.
Yes,
it's amazingly it's more expensive to have to take care of the horses. So
you should just ship it to Adam, then Adam will ship it to you, Chad.
I know. I would have had it probably 3 days quicker.
All of the equipment that I ordered in the morning and got it the same day.
Yeah, see, I ordered this microphone on Sunday this week. It is now Thursday, and I'm getting it tomorrow.
Yeah, well,
and it was
Prime. I'm Prime. I don't know why mine's taking so long.
Yeah,
Adam, is there something higher than Prime? Something? Is there Elite? Are you like Amazon Elite?
There's me. No, when you actually order, you have to look for same day option.
Same day,
and the same day option is only available in the morning.
Oh,
they ain't gonna get you.
So you're just an Amazon Pro.
I just spend way too much on Amazon. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, thank you, Jake, for the rules of engagement and for your resolutions. Yeah, as Jake said, we're doing Deth by Currants. And somebody want to tell me what a currant is, please? Anybody? Anybody?
Why don't we pop this first and then get into that? Can we do that?
Fine.
Yeah.
Let's pop it. What I do like is the black lid on the cans.
I know. I love the black top of the can.
All right, I'm not going to put this over my keyboard. Damn it.
It's got a very subtle smell out of the can.
Yeah, a little booziness, maybe a little tartness.
Hold on, Jake. Get that sniff again. Make sure you get up that nose. I need to get that on camera there. Good. Right up there. Right up there. Snort it. Snort that stuff. Just like you're doing a line. There you go.
Ooh, I snuck a little taste.
Getcha. Now, it does have a Coca-Cola-ish head, I would say.
Yes, it does.
Kind of quickly dissipating. Oh, it's not even near my nostrils, and it smells delicious.
Once it's out of the can, the smell is released. I opened the can and I didn't get much, but now it's like it's all there.
It's all there.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, I think you're gonna like this one.
Think so?
Yeah.
Why did you think I wasn't gonna like this one?
No. I just think it's like even more so than you might have thought.
All right. Well, that makes me all tingly inside. All right. So snifters, what are you smelling?
It's like chocolate and grapey to me.
Yeah.
Why do you have so much
chocolate tartness?
Jake, you
so
have
much head.
Huge head. What happened there?
Life.
Whatever.
See, it looks like a mushroom, like a toadstool. I just, I try to do a little, get it going, and then I just fully turn it up, and I don't know.
Is yours chilled or was it warm?
I've been chilling mine since I think I threw it in the fridge on Sunday in preparation for when we might podcast this week. So
nice.
Yeah, it's hard to see, but I do have my fave Revolution glass going.
Nice.
One beer.
All right, we're gonna drink here. Covering fire. There we go, kids. Yeah.
That is super smooth.
Tartness. Very tarty.
Yeah.
All right, let's go around the horn.
Tart and smooth.
Cadillac.
One beer.
What say you bitch did?
Oh man. Chocolatey. It's got a fruitiness to it. I have this grapey smell, but it doesn't have a grapey taste at all. But it is tarty fruit. It's boozy. I love that. It's got a little burn on the back end. Excellent beer. I will go initial rating of, I'm gonna go 4.5.
Ooh, starting at a 4.5. All right.
Two beers.
So it's weird. Like I smell chocolate, but I don't really taste any chocolate. There's also supposed to be some vanilla and graham in this from the oak. I'm not getting any of that either. I'm just getting a booziness that goes into a tartness, and it definitely has an oatmeal stout sort of texture to it. And it kind of reminds me of, I mean, there's no cherry, but the way it kind of finishes into a tartness, it kind of reminds me of that surly that we had, that surly darkness from this year.
Oh yeah,
it's a similar type complexity.
Yeah, it's way more tart than that, but I think you're on track with the description.
The finishing, yeah. I like it though. I like it. I'm gonna start off at a 4.75.
Wow, we're starting high.
I'm ready to go tonight. I'm at full attention.
All right. I'm definitely not going to be as high as you guys. That's for sure.
The night is young.
It's true. Yeah, I did taste a little bit of vanilla.
Yeah,
very slight though. For me, there's the bourbony. No chocolate really. A lot of tartness for me. Tartness. I am going to go 3.75.
No shit.
Wow.
Yeah, this is not overly impressing me right now. So
well, can't be right about everything.
I know. I can't.
How cold is yours, Adam?
Mine was only in the wine fridge, which is set to 53. It was only in there for like 25 minutes.
Ooh, that's yeah.
We were taking down Christmas decorations, and I lost track of time. So,
well, I put mine in at 7:20, right when I sent you guys a chill reminder. So mine was in for an hour in my refrigerator, which is 37 degrees. But it's nowhere near 37 degrees, but it's probably down in the upper 40s, I would guess. So Jake's is the coldest,
just like his heart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this thing's ice cold.
I'm the meat in the middle, and then Adam is the base of the sandwich.
Okay, well that just got weird.
Now we got that in everybody's mind. Everybody go wash their minds out for a second.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be watching their eyes, their ears.
Crap. That's a disgusting visualization.
I thought it was hilarious.
Well, you would. Yeah.
Well, since we got
he's quiet.
We planned it. I don't know that we did. What was what did you guys want to talk about with the Temps store?
That was Chad. Yeah, Chad, what's your
Chad?
Well,
can you enlighten us?
Yeah, I mean, I was looking through the
gather around and go ahead.
I was curious this afternoon about the when were these all released, and they all I think they start in October and go through this month of January. I was reading about each one of them, and I noticed on all of the variants except for regular Deth tar, at the end of every paragraph it says enjoy now or store cold.
I just saw that. Wow.
And I've never seen that.
Every Deth tar says that except for regular.
Everyone but regular.
Yeah.
I've never seen that with any sort of barrel aged beer or an even an imperial stout, that the recommendation is to store cold. Had you guys seen this before?
I have not.
I never noticed it before. I'm guessing that means store in a refrigerator. That's right.
Or your ice box.
Is that what you call it? Why the weird what?
No, I just thought it was obvious that you store in a refrigerator, but never mind. That's all right.
Dick. Well, you could have like a Like the little thing that you have, like the
wine refrigerator.
I hate you.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Well, I think it's really interesting, and maybe we could post
best
this.
friends.
Maybe we could post this out on Twitter to Revolution to see if they can answer this for us, because I'm curious as to why it doesn't say store Death Tar cold, but all the variants are recommended to store cold.
All right. Well, somebody want to tweet that? Okay, I'll tweet it.
Good
Hey,
man.
at Revolution Brewing.
Drinking Death by Currants. Got a question
Hang on.
on our podcast. Make sure you check it out and tell all your friends.
By Currants. I will actually put that. It's on our podcast. It's cool. You should check it out and tell your friends. Damn it, I can't. Fucking Twitter. Anyway, go ahead, guys. Go check and tell your friends. Anyway,
All right. Well,
we
the
wondering why all the Death.
okay, you don't have to read it. Wait till you're done. Wait till you're
Say-
done.
This is the only way you can write or
Yeah,
type.
I'm gonna type. You should hear. I type emails for work. Gina, like, just shut up already. Oh,
Read out loud as you type.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yes, what do the cans say?
I'm not going to read the can, but I'm going to read the description on Revolution's website, which, by the way, Revolution, your website is the bomb tits.
Dude, Chad, under beer and beer calendar, their beer calendar is beautiful. It breaks down all the series, shows the releases. It is just
I know.
well done.
They've got an awesome website. And I did a Friday morning, when I was doing Friday morning beer review last week, which was, who did I do last week?
Oh, yeah. Did you do
S'mores, Shiner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds
Okay
right.
website, but the there just wasn't a whole lot of information on it. And maybe that's because Shiner's big and they don't have time to do a nicely done website.
Okay, tweet has been sent. Thanks.
But awesome. I think that Revolution's website, as far as brewery websites go, is probably one of the best.
All right.
Okay, so let me read the description. The Death by Currants is a barrel-aged imperial oatmeal stout that provides a lively tartness and soft sweetness to our barrel-aged imperial stout, Death Tar.
This is on the side of the can. Go ahead.
Chocolate and roast from malt, vanilla and gram from oak and bourbon, and complexity from our English yeast create the perfect base. Enjoy now or store cold. 13.6 ABV and a bitterness of 35 IBUs.
Abus. Yes, Jake, we know they don't matter.
I haven't said anything about that.
It has been a long time.
This year, we had
I
a
have-
whole show last year where you went off. And ever since then, whenever Abus are mentioned,
Listen,
I got to bring
I'm sure that a booze for professionals, it means something, or it's a way to be consistent with a recipe they create multiple times.
Smalls.
I'm just saying to just read it and know what the bitterness is going to be. It just doesn't work like
We're
that.
the three best friends.
That's how it's marketed. I mean, that's how people read it.
We're the
So.
three best friends that anyone could have.
So,
I
side note,
got a new soundboard, just so you know. It's fun.
He's just playing. Yeah.
over the break, I watched Hangover and I was cracking up. And I love.
You've never seen it?
No, I have. I just haven't seen it in a while.
the first one is so awesome.
So good. My favorite part is the pictures at the end.
Oh yeah. Yeah. At when the
Dying.
credits are
Yeah.
rolling.
We're the
Yeah.
Great flick.
Cool.
A black
saw-
currant, by the way, is a woody shrub.
Well, there are
For
different types of
berries.
currants.
Well, this is black currant because that's what they say it's in this.
Oh, you looked up a specific currant. See, I had no idea what currants were
It's
until
native to temperate parts of Central and Northern Europe. and northern Asia, where it prefers damp, fertile soils and is widely cultivated both commercially and domestically.
They kind of look like grapes
Kind of sorta.
Yeah.
or cherries, maybe.
I would concur with either of those.
There are black, red, and white berry varietals.
There's an article right here that comes up from Business Insider that says there's an intriguing reason why 99% of Americans have never tasted black currant, but Europeans love it. I'm not going to read the article because that would take too much time.
So everybody that's listening, go do your own damn research.
Yep. Find out for yourself, bitches.
I'm gonna buy some of these next summer. I'm just gonna be like,
You're going to buy some black currants?
or just any currants. I mean, there's the black. It looks like there's a red and a.
The currant. Hey-oh, stop.
Why
It's
is
an odd
this-
name,
Wow. Here's an article from 2006 that black currant was illegal in the United States for a while.
That escalated quickly.
right? Not appropriate.
Wow. All right.
Okay, now.
Well, then,
They were thought to help spread a fungus that threatened the timber industry.
fungi.
So for half a century, black currant was illegal in it was banned in New York and most of the rest of the United States.
A shot of whiskey.
All right. Well, that's good.
You can freeze currants like other berries. You can dry them out. Yeah, there's a whole current.
Are there
There's
any,
a whole undercurrent here.
Oh,
do we have any
ladies and
recipes?
gentlemen,
Recipes with currants? We can-
welcome to the Current Show.
Currants?
I think it's odd that I just never. I was flipping through their site here, and I was looking at the specialty section under beer right before the Deep Wood series,
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
and there's one that's released in November and December, and it's called Unsessionable. And I don't.
It's a big IPA.
Yeah, it's a big ass IPA, 10%. Yeah, it's.
Yes.
100 IBUs too.
I want to try this. 6 hot varieties.
But you don't like IBUs.
No, I mean this is exactly what kind of. I'm sure for this case, reading the description, this probably is a sort of your classic bitter IPA, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. People just equate the higher number with more bitterness.
Now, speaking of IPAs, we had an interesting text conversation. Was it last night? About brute IPAs?
Yeah, and Jakey went and got one.
Yeah,
I did.
I was going to go out and get one today, and I didn't.
I'll give you one tomorrow, Adam. I
Well,
also
then-
got the other Freedom Series one that they have that they just released, Freedom of Press, I believe.
Yeah, I saw. What is that an IPA, right? But
It's a sour,
Sour.
4.5%.
That
And that's
was-
made from black currants, so 140 calories.
They're currently on
lightly
currants.
tart. Yeah.
That sounds really good.
So I was researching brewed IPAs. This came up because I was looking at some tweets by peeps. That's usually my peeps. On New Year's.
Oh, I get it.
Get it? Thanks.
I don't get it.
Tweeting beer trends.
Chewing me small.
And so brewed IPAs was on the 2018 beer trends, which I didn't even really know. But anyway, when I was looking at it, how they make brewed IPAs, there's an enzyme that I'm not even going to try to pronounce that they use in big boozy imperial stouts. So we've always wondered, like, some of these imperial stouts get really high up there in the ABVs, and we were like, how do they do this?
Mm-hmm.
This enzyme's how.
Interesting.
So if I can find some of this enzyme, it's going into ours. But it basically breaks down all the complex sugars even more so that the yeast can feed on it even more and shit out alcohol. So, but what it does for the IPA is it just dries it out, makes it a super dry IPA. So,
Which I like. I love dry wines. Like
yeah,
a really
that's why I'm
dry
interested
red
in
wine.
trying this too. When I heard about that, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, the drier the wine, the better for me.
Does the double hop, is that usually double dry hop? Does that process help dry it out and also increase the ABV?
No,
No. Okay.
that increases the bitterness.
The bitterness.
Usually. But I mean, the thing with the bitterness, there's so many different ways and other things you can do that'll balance out that bitterness. So, yeah, just because something says it's double dry hopped or whatever, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be highly bitter. But it could.
I love the artwork that Revolution does.
Ooh, and that's the thing. We talked about this before with Three Floyds, I think, where like a Three Floyds without even really reading the label. Same thing with Rev. They've done a really good job, like from a marketing standpoint of every can has their brand, and you know from far away that there's got to be a Rev beer. Easy.
There's only one can that I'm seeing out of this whole page of everything from their. Well, there's a couple, I guess.
Farm to Fist is a little weird.
Farm to Fist is different.
Unsessionable is different.
Rev Pills, Fist City, Cross of Gold. But they all have a little bit of an angled stripe of color to them.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys tried the Rev Pills?
No.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yeah, I have not.
Man, I want to go to Revolution and I want to buy one of every beer they have. Because I mean,
I hit a lot this year.
There's a reason that's in the top three breweries for all three of us.
Now, speaking of that, why don't we move on to our Untapped stats?
Do we have to?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Don't try to get out of this, you motherfucker.
What are we doing?
Oh, just wait. You're gonna love these stats. So, both Chad and I are supporters are on Untapped, which means we get additional stats that non-supporters get. So, when you go to Untapped and you pull up personal stats, you can change it to 365 days. So it looks at your stats over the past year, basically.
Jake, you should do it as $5 a month.
Oh, so I have to pay for this. I can't do it.
Yeah, you got to pay for it.
So I was looking at mine today, and over the past year, I had a total of 353 beers. 281 of them were unique.
Wait, hold on. That's how many you checked in. You may have had more beers.
Correct. Yeah.
It goes the other way though too, because it counts flights and tastes, and so it's not.
Yeah. Okay, stop trying to fluff it before we get to.
Well, that's how I had to explain it to my girlfriend.
That's how you justified it to yourself.
Explain is not the right word.
I'm trying to give you my numbers before we go to his. All right.
Yes. So
I had 281 unique beers, 262 new beers. That's a 74% new beer ratio, averaging a beer a day. That's what it says. I checked in at 47 different venues. 45 of those were unique. So a new venue ratio of 96%. And what's the other big ones? Oddly enough, I think this may have taken in some Dublin time. I don't know, because I have 2 check-ins at 1 a.m.
I think so.
3 at 4, 1 at 5 a.m., 1 at 6 a.m., 1 at 7 a.m., 1 at 8 a.m., 1 at 9 a.m.
Adam, sure, whatever you gotta tell yourself.
6 at 10 a.m., and then 11 a.m. it jumped up to 23. So when the hell did I drink at 1 in the morning? I mean, it also says I drank in England and Scotland, which I've never been to either. So,
well, no, does that mean doesn't where it says
or is that just where the beers were from?
Yeah, top countries. Yeah, that's where the beer's from. Because I've got Belgium, England, Germany.
Beers you've had in the selected range. Got it.
Yeah.
I had 93 check-ins from Illinois, 55 Wisconsin, 24 Michigan, 17 from Canada, and from Texarkana. My top venue was Only Child, so there you go, Only Child, and then 3 sheets right under that. So now let's move on to the. I'm not even gonna. Go ahead, Chad. Go ahead and tell yours.
All right. So in the last 365 days, I have checked in a total of 796 beers. And 596 of those were unique.
Impressive. That's damn impressive. Chad, can I ask? So you said the first number was 796?
796.
What do you think how many do you think you don't check on?
He doesn't want to think about that.
That probably would put us over 1,000.
Nice.
because I don't check in every single spotted cow I drink.
He
Or
doesn't check in all the Bud Light he said.
yeah, I didn't check in all the copper lagers I had. That's for sure. I bought a 12-pack of that. So yeah, 596 unique. I don't know what the difference is between unique and new beers.
Unique beers during this ratio.
Unique,
Not unique to you overall.
unique beers to you overall that you had in this range, 553. So it works out to 2 beers a day. I visited 115 venues this in the last 365 days. 98 of them were new to me, unique. So that's an 85% ratio. Your ratio is better than mine.
Yeah.
Top beers: Spotted Cow, Guinness, Veneration, KBS, and Casper.
My top beers was Guinness, Hop Slam, and Two Hearted, Veneration, and CBS. Those are my top 5.
Yeah, Chad, do you check in every Casper you have?
No, I stopped checking those in
Would be
because I got like 20 of them. I checked it in like 20 times. Top styles. This is interesting to me.
Yeah, I didn't go over my styles, but yeah,
IPA.
that was mine too. By 2. My number 2 was 25 was American Imperial Stouts.
But if you do, so my second and third are Stout American Imperial Double or Stout Imperial Double. So if I add those two together, then I have 67 versus 38 IPAs.
I can't believe I had. My first is IPA American, then Stout American Imperial Stout is number 2. Then IPA Imperial Double is 3. Stout Imperial Double is 4, and then IPA New England is 5 for me. That's crazy for me.
My top venue, if I take out my house,
Who's?
Your who's?
my house is Hank's Restaurant here in Hartford, and then the Craft Beer Cellar in Pewaukee.
Craft Beer Cellar was number 3 for me, which I thought was weird.
It would be. It's number 3 for me if I count both of my homes this year because I lived in 2 different places this year. So
St. George Island was number 4 for me.
oh, nice. You drank a lot there then.
Love that fucking place.
What else? Top states: Wisconsin 205, Illinois 88, 45 in Michigan.
Pure Michigan.
I don't know how this is right. Or this is
Where the brewery's from.
breweries from. Yeah.
Yeah.
32 Colorado, 26 Florida. So yeah, that's me. That's me in a 365-day nutshell.
So we're going to be getting Chad into a program.
Well, as I told Brittany, this includes every single flight, which is a 3-ounce taster. It includes tastes that I've had of other beers that I did not drink the entire thing of. I wish that it broke it down. It'd be nice if you had that stat. If it broke it down the way, whether it was draft, can, bottle, taster.
So there is, you can go into your beer history and download it as a CVS file, and then you can
Put it in a spreadsheet.
use spreadsheet and just filter the shit out of that thing. So
Pivot table.
Oh, I love spreadsheets. I might do that.
That bitch.
So I'll be up
So
late tonight doing that.
I don't have those stats.
So if you go on Untapped and go to your on the website and go to your like little picture, do you have personal stats up there?
I'm going. Loading. Personal
Yeah,
stats. Personal
creator-
stats.
The creator of Untapped, he tweeted about, and I got some more talk about that too. But he tweeted about how they can show you your activity by hour. And I tweeted back, "Oh shit, I don't know if I want to know." When I was drinking.
Yeah, I see it here. There's no preview. I'd have to pay for it.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is I joined on December 2nd, 2017. So the bulk of what I did was all in 2018.
All last year, yeah. So how many check-ins do you have total then right now?
397 total with a 357 unique.
Okay.
You have a under your ID there. Do you have beer history?
Yes, sir.
You might be able to export that and have some fun with that.
I wonder if I can change that to year. But I think that's pretty good for basically my first year, plus a month ish.
Yeah.
Ish.
That's about one a day. And I usually only check in either if it's the first time I've had it, or at least the first time I've checked it in, or just a beer I love. That's usually the only time I would check a beer in for a second time. So I don't do a lot of doubles. Yeah.
I try not to. Which probably means I'm well over 1,000.
I thought, Chad, that it would. When I first had it, I would, but I felt like it wasn't doing a good job of giving me, like, if I checked it in at 4.5 and then 4.25 and then 4.75, like, I didn't feel like it was giving me a new number that was really interesting based off of all my check-ins. So I just kind of stopped caring to check it in multiple times.
It gives you your average rating.
But it's always like on the 2.5, and I'm like,
Oh, well, yeah, because it's not a finer scale.
Yeah.
We always wish that it was a finer scale.
Yeah.
I want to know if it's a 4.38.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are we halfway yet, kids?
Yes, I am halfway.
Yes.
All right. Well, then, Jay, no, we started with Chad, right? Chad, you started at a 4.5?
I did.
One beer.
Where are you at the halfway point there, bitch tits?
The tartness is getting to me just a little bit. It's still going down nice and easy, but I'm going to knock it a quarter point for that and head to a 4.25.
Yeah. I think kind of like sours, these tart beers, some people are going to love them. I think some people are going to hate them too. So,
but I think I had a sour earlier tonight, and I enjoyed the entire bottle, but I knew I was drinking a sour.
But not all sours are tart.
That's true.
Jake, you started at a 4.75, correct?
Yeah, I'm deflating as well a little bit here.
Yeah, you are.
I'm going.
Well, you were up all day today thinking about my boob.
I was.
Oh my gosh, I almost threw up. I closed my phone after they sent that picture.
For me, as it warms, it's a little bit of the. I can only describe it as a berry flavor is coming out.
Yeah.
I'm still not getting a lot of chocolate, no vanilla, just a booziness with a little more berry that's finishing into a tartness.
Yep.
It kind of is like if you had a tart sour that made love to an oatmeal stout. I mean, that's kind of what you're getting here.
Banged in
But I think this is a beer that I would love to have 5 ounces of or share with friends. I think it's a lot to have 12 ounces of by myself. If that makes sense.
What's the ABV on this? Did we ever say?
13.6.
13.6. Okay, cool.
With 35 IBUs.
Which nobody cares about, especially you. Okay, cool.
Don't.
What you didn't give your middle? What's your middle rating?
Yeah, what's your rating?
So I started at 4.75. I've deflated to a 4.5.
We're going the wrong way, Revolution.
And AT, what you say?
AT started at 3.75.
3.75.
Correct, sir.
That is correct.
I'm wondering those because mine was already warm and your guys' are warming up. That's why you're sliding down. I'm going to stay at 3.75.
Well,
I think I've kind of gotten used to the tartness. Sometimes you get a higher alcohol burn on drinks, even like when you're drinking whiskey, right? The first drink you're like, oh, hot, but then you kind of get used to it and you're fine. We're smoothing out. So it's still tart though. I mean, you can still feel it in my jowl there. So, but there's the berryness, like you said, Jake. I do taste a little bit of berry-ish coming out. But again, the vanilla's gone for me. Never tasted graham. Never tasted chocolate either. So
I swear I smelled chocolate, but I never tasted it.
I can smell it.
It had to me when I cracked the can, I was like, oh, it's a bourbon barrel aged stout. It's like what every barrel aged stout smelled like to me. There's really no different with a little hint of tartness to the smell, but didn't taste that way. So I'm saying,
Well, this really makes me wonder if I mean, obviously, Revolution knows what they're doing when they say store it cold. So does store it cold translate into drink it cold?
right. That's what I'm wondering too. If they think that it's better drinking cold.
Yeah.
But see,
Can we get some more of this?
if we need to get some more of this, and we're trying that out. There also is a Death by Cherry too, which would be kind of interesting to try.
Vanilla comes out this month.
This year?
Yeah,
There's a Death by Cherry?
Actually, I don't know if it's this year. Sorry. When I looked up the beer, I saw Death by Cherry, but I didn't see the year. So
Yeah, I don't think that was released this year.
yeah, but vanilla comes out.
Vanilla was out. No.
Yeah.
What?
No.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Vanilla was out in December. Vanilla's already out.
No, vanilla came out. It's at this month on the calendar. It's January.
I don't know what calendar you're looking at. I'm looking at the beer calendar right now. This month, if you go to release party, is Straight Jacket and Boss Ryway. No?
Ah, shit. Jake's right.
Jake's right.
What was that, guys?
I'm not saying it again, so fuck off. I can't. I haven't talked to one place around here. I haven't seen anybody that has had vanilla Death.
No, I've asked. I haven't even seen it.
Everybody's like, no.
Adam, if you wanted, are you considering going down to the release for Straight Jacket on Friday? Is that even a possibility for you?
Everything's a
I want
possibility.
to say it was Friday the
If you take off
18th. I want to say it was.
Take off enough clothes, Jake.
Oh, you guys are tickling my fancy.
He likes his fancy big Jake.
I love Straight Jacket.
Let's find out when this is.
It's next 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. It's the 18th, right?
Yeah, that's the 18th.
I'm Googling. Hey. It is. Where's the bucket date? Oh no. 19th. Yeah.
Saturday.
Yes.
Oh, it's Saturday. Shit.
It is on the 19th. I mean, I can make it happen. They'll have bombers for sale of the new 2017 Straight Jacket, 2012 Straight Jacket.
2012.
It says for $20 they'll have bombers. So this is the list of bombers for sale.
I'm coming down.
2017 Straight Jacket for $15. 2012 Straight Jacket for $20.
Oh.
Death
You're
Star,
biting your nails. Oh,
Death Star for $15, and Cafe Death for $15. Varietals that will be on tap. 2017 Straight Jacket, VSOJ. Oh my God, bitches! VSOJ will be on tap. Nitro Straight Jacket. Oh no! Pull your pants up. Hang on to your penises.
Chad, I've had those, but remind me, what does that do for it?
Listen, the Kedzie location only. They will have the Mind Shaft Gap Straight Jacket. That's a cognac barrel aged Straight Jacket.
Oh,
yeah, right. Oh, dude. The VSOJ is 20-month-old Straight Jacket aged in Heaven Hill and Old Forester barrels. Oh my, we're going.
Yeah, I'm coming down.
We're going. So yes.
What time does it start at? Does it say? I can't.
It's 5 to 10 p.m.
5 to 10. All right. I'm asking the wife tomorrow.
Part of the place at 5 at the Kedzie tap room. Is that where we were at, or no? That's the one we didn't go to, Jake.
That's the one we were like driving around because we were idiots and it was closed. And then we went to Logan Square and we found the tap room that was open for lunch.
A lot of these will happen. You can get at both locations, but the Kedzies where it's all going to be at. So, there is also one, and I got to pull up the Insta here. There was one that They were selling for an enormous amount of money. Hold on, I gotta look along the right account. But yes, if we can go, please let's do that. I'm 99% sure my wife will be like, yes.
Yeah, I'm clearing it with Britt right now.
Hang on. So they have the
If she's awake.
Boss Ryway. Have you guys heard about this one?
Yeah, it's the last release this year, I think, right?
So tickets are on sale now for a one-of-a-kind experience as we team up with Whistle Pig Whiskey. Have you guys had that yet? I haven't had Whistle Pig.
I have not.
It's supposed to be pretty good shit. They're gonna
That's right.
They're gonna be hosting an intimate 4-course dinner on January 16th. It's $150 a ticket.
So I bet it would be amazing.
Yeah, I mean that. Jeez. Yeah. So, but yeah, if we can go to that, then we will do that, and we'll report back here for all you listeners. So, the other thing I was gonna say, but there was a tweet this week by Bell's, who has canned and started shipping Hop Slam.
I put that on the show notes for you, Adam.
Yes, I'm kind of stoked about the Hop Slam. So,
was that the post with all the spinning cans?
Yeah, they did a couple of them, but yeah, and they said it was going to be going out over the next few weeks. So that will be very, very good. The other one, Jake, I did see you put on here too, and I actually read majority of that article. The one by the writer of the book. What was his name?
Josh Noel.
Noel. The one about Miller Lite. Did you read that one, Jake?
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of funny. Josh Noel was tweeting today about how he tweeted last night he was ready to take shit about this. But I don't know if you guys knew, but Miller Lite has always, as long as I can remember, have the commercials where they have better taste. They have more taste than Miller Lite. And Josh Noel, he talks about in his article. He's like, well, neither of them have that much taste. And if anybody has more taste, it's Bud Light over Miller Lite. Miller Lite doesn't have great taste. But he was talking about in the article, he linked to a different article that I didn't get to read, but they did say about how Miller Lite was picked by all the brewers, which we knew that. We talked about Only Child Brewing, right? Anyway, Miller Lite or Budweiser went to, who are they? The advertising board or whatever it is, the National Advertising Division.
Mm-hmm.
Because they didn't
National Advertising Council.
Yeah, they didn't like that Miller Lite was advertising in St. Louis and they're right in their backyard, that they had more taste. And they're saying you can't say that because that's a matter of opinion. And Miller came back and said, well, we actually have blind taste tests that show that people picked Miller Lite and said it had more taste. So the advertising board's like, okay, they can do it. So I thought that was funny.
Yeah, and they were trying to say that even their taste testing doesn't count as evidence or something.
Right. Yeah. They were saying that speaking of Revolution, the brewmaster at Revolution, Jim, is it Cyback or Cyback?
Cyback?
I don't know. But he said that he would definitely destroy some of these Miller Lite if he was coming out of the desert. It said it's nice, crisp, and thirst quenching. So it's a completely different article that they had. Cyback also said that if Revolution had brewed a German Pilsner and this is what it tasted like, he'd be jumping in front of a Kedzie bus.
Well, and then he said Bud Light, which is the nation's top-selling beer, is strangely wonky. It has a pronounced grainy character and a touch of unwelcome sweetness. It's a flaccid beer, anything but crisp or refreshing.
Yeah, it's true too. Though when you have straight Budweiser, which I think has good flavor, but there is a sweetness to the legs of that. And same thing with Bud Light too. But
so apparently, Beer Advocate website, the users, not whoever runs it, because isn't that owned up by a corporation or whatever, but the people that use Beer Advocate rate Bud Light as awful and Miller Lite as just poor. Better than awful.
Actually, Beer Advocate, according to this, is owned by two independent peeps.
Oh, okay. I thought. What am I? Maybe I'm thinking of the
There's another one out there that you're thinking. That's another rate beer, I think it is.
Right beer. Yep.
rate beer. Thank you. Yeah. I have some Miller Lite in the fridge right now that has become my cheap low-cal. I'm gonna pound like 3. I like the 16-ounce pint cans or like the twist top cans.
I have not had a Miller Lite, and because when I moved into this neighborhood, it became Coors Light. Everybody had Coors Light in this hood, so
Well, if you want to watch the Bears, kick the shit out of the Eagles, we can drink some Miller Lite.
there we go. Yes, and yeah, rate beer is owned by AB and Bev. So
Yeah. So, yeah. Cool rate beer. Cool.
yeah, cool guys. Way to go, guys. Real cool fellas.
I'm gonna have to get a Revolution Brewing baseball cap.
Rev has a lot of cool stuff. I mean, Jake got the glass, but they have some cool stuff.
Man, I wish they saw the tumbler. Do you see the tumbler? That's awesome.
Jake, when I shipped Chad his microphone yesterday, I just grabbed a Revolution Brewing coaster that we got it. We were down there, but I didn't know. Flip it over. It's got a big ass stain on it. I didn't even know that. I just grabbed it off my shelf because I have like 2 or 3 of them.
I
took it out.
Gave me.
Took it out of the package. I'm like, sweet. Oh,
I was like, smell it. Just put your smell it. That's not beer.
So I was back to how we started the show. I was thinking about New Year's resolutions because as I was saying, it's like a starting point for me. And I found an article because I really like in the past year with your guys' help. I'm loving beer more than I ever have in my life.
Why have one when you can have them both?
And it's had an impact on my waistline. I have, in this past year, I have been growing in the wrong places.
yeah.
So I saw an article that said craft beer rules for your waistline. That was published on Jan 2nd. So I thought, all right, it'll be fun to look at this. And it comes with 4 rules to start the new year with. And this is funny because you guys know how I'm kind of a stickler. When I buy beer, I want to buy beer that's what typically high ABV,
7% or higher. Yeah.
Yeah. So rule number 1 is that less taste is fewer calories. So if you're going for a barrel-aged chocolate raspberry stout, you would have to limit yourself to a half pour or like a 5-ounce pour is basically what they're saying, which is all well and good if you're at like, a bar or a tap room or a brewery and you want to try a bunch of different stuff. A 5-ounce pour is great, but when I'm buying it and bringing it home, I mean, unless I'm sharing,
I want more.
Yeah, that's just not enough. I mean, I was just thinking on Sunday I had 2 Deth Tars. The day before that, or 2 days before that, I had a CBS by myself. I was like, well, that was a shitload more than 5 ounces.
I did that last week.
So rule number 2 is you need to pick certain styles. So you need to stick to lagers, Kolsch, Pilsner, and Goss.
Goza
are good styles to choose from. So that's rule number 2. And then it says if you choose a half pour, you can enjoy multiple of these beers. Rule number 3 is
I do love Kolsch's.
I know you do, with lower ABV. So this says more alcohol means more sugar. So I'm pretty much just fucked at this point. And the real killer is rule number 4. Drink in moderation.
Yeah, you're fucked.
So I really have these rules do nothing for me.
You got your work cut out for you.
You know how many calories are in a 12-ounce of Death Star?
I believe when I looked it up, it was 500 or close to it.
This is 360, but
God damn, that's a fucking quarter pounder.
Is it? I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I don't know.
How did you find that?
Let's choose it without.
Oh, there's a couple of
without cheese is 417 calories.
there's a couple of beers on this list though that are really good. That Lager of the Lakes from Bell's.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good
It's a
one.
5% beer, 153 calories. That's a really good lager. And then Sea Quench. That's a Goza. That's a really good sea salt Goza.
Oh, sequence is really good after you mow the lawn. I love it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So thirst quenching.
So yeah, Adam, I'm looking on this MyFitnessPal, and it for some reason has a serving size of 22 ounces, is 662
I took it down to
calories.
1 ounce, and I did the math.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but it made me think, because Adam, you had mentioned to me that, and I had tried to find an article today, but I didn't find one I liked. You had mentioned that some of the beer trends are actually towards lower ABV and more sessionable beers.
Yeah, which is something I was gonna maybe I totally forgot I was gonna mention, but yeah, it was in that Brewbound. Brewbound had a convention of some sort, and they had a talk on YouTube about trends in beer, but it's specifically related to marijuana and THC beers. But in that, they were talking about trends are pointing to lower ABV beers being sought after rather than the high ABV beers.
So my follow-up question to you was going to be, because you had just told me about it was like through a text, we didn't really have time to discuss it. Do you think we'll see a trend where, especially with craft beer breweries being such a high competition, and knowing that it takes more resources to do barrel aging and this, that, and the other, is there going to be a trend among beer producers to invest less in their barrel aged or high ABV and reposition towards, I don't know, 4 to 6% ABV beers that they can probably scale at lower costs production wise?
What I think is going to happen is, well, the short answer is no. I think those that are good at the barrel age are going to stay in that lane, but the bigger guys who can't afford to do so are going to, diversify. Like Founders had, what is it, the golden? What was it one? The gold one? What do they call it?
Solid gold.
Solid gold. They'll diversify into these, and I think you are going to, in the coming year, you're going to see lower ABV ones kind of being pushed a little bit more. I don't think the barrel age are going anywhere, because the barrel age is also another trend that's really picked up from big to small breweries. You have smaller breweries trying to get their leg into that barrel age thing.
Probably want something special that people remember.
Well,
and,
yeah, because
it's a whole idea of scarcity marketing too.
Well, the thing is, with the barrel age, you can, brew it, age it, and then special release, right?
Right. Yeah.
And you can charge.
It becomes an event on your calendar.
Right. And you can charge a shit ton more for that bottle than what you can for the IPA or for the, the sessionable beer. But I was reading an article that was saying that the New England IPAs that this one guy in the beer industry felt the New England IPAs were going to start fading away. He also thought brut IPAs aren't going to take hold. He thought.
Is that the Mike Zoller article?
Mike Zoller
from Porch Drinking?
No. Did he have one too? I didn't see his.
Mm-hmm.
This guy had a tweet. If I can find it, it was very long. Let me go find it real quick. It's on my. Man, I can't find it. Balls. I can't find it. Yeah, I can't find it. Yeah, it was interesting. If I can find it here in a minute, I will definitely repeat it. But
speaking of tweets, and I don't think we mentioned this. If we did, you guys can just tell me to shut it. Adam, do you remember what Untapped was reporting on New Year's Eve about the check-ins?
Yeah, I have it right here. Give me 1 second. I just passed it.
That was spicy.
That was so interesting. So the creator, Greg Avola, I think that's how you pronounce it, on New Year's Eve, he was tweeting up a storm at the stats that he was seeing on Untapped. So a tweet that he had, he said from 9 to 10 p.m., they stayed about 1,000 check-ins per minute. Actually, let's go before that. He was saying that their check-ins were higher than what they've seen before in the past.
Weren't they down to like a check-in every 640 milliseconds or something like that?
I'm trying to find that tweet where it talks about that. So he said over the last 2 hours, Untapped is averaging 1,000 check-ins per minute, and that was early on in the night. Traditionally, the 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern time is the heaviest hour of New Year's Eve on Untapped. They'll see the check-ins per minute in about 10 minutes, he said, and then 8 to 9 Eastern time, it bumped up to 1,100 check-ins per minute. Over the last 8 years, the 9 p.m. Eastern hours is the last big hour, and traffic starts to decline. Basically, they're doing 10 to 20 check-ins per second. Back in 2012, New Year's Eve, they did 1.5 per second.
So is this an indicator that people are drinking more beer, even though we see these sort of national sales numbers of less?
They're checking them in. They're using them.
I think Untapped is just getting more popular.
Okay, fair enough.
It didn't start waning up until around 11 o'clock. Moving to 11 to 12 p.m., the check-ins per minute dropped to 715. To put this into perspective, around 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday, we hit our peak traffic at 1,000 check-ins per minute typically for 2 hours. So tonight they maintained that value for 5 straight hours.
1,000 check-ins. So that's 60,000 check-ins, 120,000 check-ins in 2 hours.
Yeah. He said their busiest night is typically Saturday nights, like on any given week.
That's awesome.
And
I wonder what would happen if you would get a New Year's on a Saturday night, if that would
they did on New Year's Eve for 5 straight hours what they typically do on just a Saturday night, like for every hour. So
good job. Nice job, beer drinkers.
Yeah.
I'm proud.
It's crazy.
I walked through the living room earlier tonight. Brittany was watching a show about one of those married shows where, like, you meet them and then you get married. And
Married at First Sight?
So, yeah, I think that was the show.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
I walked through the living room and the girl was getting married was like, she's like, I hope you can handle all my beer drinking. I use this app where I check in all my beers and I can rate them 1 through 5. I'm like, I go Untapped.
That's awesome.
Was she hot?
She was. Yeah.
Keep her. Wife material. So.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I cannot find that other one, but whatever. Where are you guys at with this?
Near the end.
I'm almost done.
I'm ready to put her away.
Oh man.
Oh, I did want to touch on one more thing while we finish off.
Okay.
So there was a port. You sound super excited. Fucking asshole.
You made that sound so official. I do want to touch on one more thing.
I do have one more announcement before we officially sign off of our podcast.
But the gentleman would like to make an announcement.
Yes, sir.
I do. I say.
So I was looking at other articles about
the floor is now to the gentleman from across the street.
Beer resolutions, and one of them had nothing to do with with being in shape. It just said it was just a general, like, what do you want to do differently about how you drink beer in 2019? And so one of it was they want to drink more classics, and we want to spend less time on special releases, more time on year rounds and seasonals. Get to know a brewery by what it sells most. That was by a guy named Matt Powers, and this was on porchdrinking.com. And there was just a lot of other good quotes in here. I'd recommend it to anybody. And Adam, you had said something the other night that was making me think about, like, how much time we spend trying to find whales versus, just enjoying the beer that we have. And what I'll finish with is, what other beers can we drink? One of them was saying try to find more international beers just to get out of your comfort zone. But then another guy here said more barley wine.
I saw that.
Yeah, so something that happened to me today, my boss said that he had some Bourbon County Stout that was from 2016. So I said, awesome, but he's not he likes good beer, but he doesn't, he's not like a beer nerd like we are. So I was like, hey, can I trade you a 2017 Bourbon County Stout, just brand stout for your 2016? Because it didn't make a difference to him. And he's like, yeah, sure.
You're not going to tell me you got a 16 barley wine, are you?
He's like, yeah, sure. So I go to the office today. I go to the office today. He hands me, he's got in a bag. I hand him a 2017 brand stout in a bag. Of course, he pulls his out. He doesn't even realize because
he pulls it out.
But I pulled this one out, and it's not brand stout. It's a 2016
motherfucker
barley wine.
We're the three best friends that
exactly.
So next time you guys we'll do it. Heck, I could even pull out a 2017 and we can do a vertical.
I got a 17 sitting right there as well.
But I told him I felt bad. I was like, hey, his name's Brian. I was like, Brian, what I'm giving you is the base, to all of these variants. What you're giving me is the barley wine. But he was like, nah. He's like, do you want it? And I was like, I mean, yeah, I definitely take it. He's like,
I mean, yeah.
He's like, go ahead, take it. And he's like, I'll see if I can get you a brand stout from 2016 as well. So pretty cool of him. So yeah, that was, I thought I was getting a brand stout, and I got a 2016 barley wine.
That's awesome.
That's really cool, man.
I love it when that shit happens. So that the tweet I was talking about where he talks about the trends. So this is David Nielsen. He's a pretty well-known beer writer, beer historian type person. And it's kind of a long thread on his tweeters where he's talking about hazy IPAs will have a peak this year. Doesn't mean it's going to go away, but over the next 12 months, you'll see a retraction of the style. But as young drinkers continue to hop around between beers, wine, and mixed drinks, any IPA will continue to have a place. We'll see less broadening of styles than deepening of it, with subpar examples falling out and smarter brands trying to position their offerings for the long term. Next year will tell us about the future of hazy. The best examples are too good to go away. So like the good ones everybody likes. Will Sierra Nevada still be brewing and profiting from Hazy Little Thing in 2021?
Nah, that beer's gonna go away.
Yeah. He also mentions pastry stouts. Have you guys? I haven't seen a pastry stout.
Is that like the ones that are like cinnamon and pancake and all those?
No clue. He says see above. So basically everything he said about any IPAs he sees with pastry stouts. And he said brute IPAs. I think this is much more of a short-term fad than any IPAs. It's more of a curiosity. And while there are tasty examples, I don't think it's going to the profile that will be able to carve out a sustainable niche for itself. There'll still be some around, but I don't think that we're talking about brewed IPAs in about 2 years. With those two IPA trends in mind, I think we're going to see a resurgence of emphasis on classic American IPAs. Lessons will be learned from and incorporated from the current trends, but good old IPAs are still going to rule the roost going forward. Craft lagers, these are sticking around. So he's like, I get used to craft lagers. Brew pubs, we've seen taproom food get better in recent years, and that will continue as beer continues to claim its seat at the table for wine and spirits. Yeah, that's definitely true. I mean,
that's definitely true. It's like gourmet bar food now.
Yeah, you can't even call it like pub food. It's gourmet bar food at this point. So
yeah.
Correspondingly, we will see more closings in 2019 and beyond from breweries who either A, aren't making good enough beer, or B, are making way too much beer for an outdated, inflated distribution plan and cannot retract.
Yeesh.
Yeah. Blah blah blah. Yeah. He said this will be wrongly and loudly misinterpreted as like the bubble being popped on craft beer. The craft beer is not going anywhere. The market is just maturing.
Yeah, just more of a maturation correction, not a bubble pop.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not going away.
Yeah.
It will get harder and harder, and rightly so, to sell bad beer. It will also get harder to sell beer further from your brewery, which kind of sucks.
Well, and I wasn't going to get into that tonight, but when you guys were like naming off where all your beers are from, while I think we have some great breweries and just states for beer around us, like, especially for reaching more listeners, talking to more listeners and talking about the same beers, like it's hard. It's so regional.
Yeah, craft even as far as craft beer has come, and which I don't think I realized until we started the show. It's still super duper regional. And then when you get something that's not regional and you look at it, you find out it's the big boys. Or there's some
exactly. You have to like physically go there or know somebody. Otherwise, you're just getting the mainstream.
Yeah. Yeah. Craft beer was supposed to be cooked and finished in the late 90s. It wasn't, and it isn't now, not even close. That won't stop idiots from misinterpreting market data. One bit of long-term forecasting and yelling at the cloud. I am concerned about the continuing trend of really weird, really gimmicky beers. There have always been odd rando beers out there that get a headline, but mostly stay off your local tap list. Now an entire segment of craft beers oriented around excessive fruit additions, simulated cocktails, and imitation breakfast cereal and pastries. This troubles me, not because I want to begrudge anyone drinking what they want to drink or because I'm too cool for school. It worries me because these beers often don't taste like beer and make the entire segment look like what wine spirits folks too commonly believe craft beer is. It's a silly division for bearded video gamers. Hey, fuck you. Not worth taking seriously. Yeah. That's what then he asked everybody what they think coming for 2019. So yeah, I think that's something maybe we could cover in our next show. What we think is going to come, or what we would like to see happen in 2019.
Yeah, I think we should. I mean, we did it last year. What we thought that the trends were going to be in 18. So.
Yep. How long have we been going here? I don't even know.
Hour 10.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, Chad.
One beer.
What's your final say on this beer?
I'm going to go back to my original rating. And I say that, and I'm doing that
because a rebound, huh?
Well, no, it's not a rebound because I actually think it's not as good warm. I think letting this beer warm. I think letting this beer warm up is probably a little bit of an injustice to it. So I'm not going to give it a bad rating based on the warm flavor. I'm going to give it a rating based on the cold or cooler flavor of this beer, and I'm going to go with a 4.5.
Very, very nice. Chad, since I don't have the graphics, what's your Untapped?
I am Cadillac 907
on the old Untapped.
Cadillac 907.
Jacoby, what say you?
Well, I'm sort of continuing to lay down here.
So you wait. Does review? You were 4.75.
I was 4.75.
Then you went to.
I went to a 4.5 midway point. I'm going to settle here to 4.25.
Drop it again.
I think Chad is right in the sense that this particular beer is better colder,
which is odd for an imperial stout, but
oatmeal stout, yeah.
I mean, but odd. They do recommend that, and we didn't see that I think early enough.
I think it mixes because I think sours are also good when they're really cold, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So I think it gives you sort of the proper taste that you're supposed to get from the berry tartness, the currants.
Yep.
That being said, I'm not going to give them points back because the reality is if I'm drinking, a 13.6 beer, especially one that was what 30. I think I paid $35 for 4 of these. So you're talking,
ouch.
what $8? If I can do math, $7-8 for a beer. I'm just not going to chug that. It's just not like pounding. Something I got maybe 6 beers for $9 and they were 4.6.
Your Miller Lite.
Well, like the freedom of freedom of press that I have. That's a 4.6. Excuse me.
Do you realize how much Miller Lite you could have bought for these 4 beers?
I'm not saying
You
that.
sound like a red hat wearing Southerner.
Before 2.5.
That's how much Miller Lite you could have bought for that one fucking beer.
That would have been 36 cans right
What's the
there.
problem? I could have got drunk for days.
But freedom of press might end up being like a 3.5, and now you're talking about 6 of those for like $9, and it's the same sort of current sour,
Right,
And
right.
I can chug a few of those. So I'm just not going to give them points back for the fact that it wasn't as good as it warmed. I can't drink. I'm not going to drink a beer like this fast enough if it's better cold. So I'm gonna settle in at a 4.25. I think it's good. I think it's a good beer. What I would recommend to people out there is if you have some, it's definitely a good one to share with your beer friends. Do some tasters of. If you have them, I hope you do.
Yeah, even a 12-ounce can is good to share.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. 1 or 2 of these cans with a couple friends. If you don't have anybody to drink with, come up to Illinois, Northern Illinois. We'll drink with you. So yeah, it's going to sell in a 4.25. I mean, there's still a lot of unique flavor and taste going on there. So I can't knock it less than a 4. But it got a little flaccid on me. I dropped.
It was a very.
I'm going to roll off now.
I'm shrinking.
It wasn't gonna roll off. It was an interesting beer. I've been looking forward to trying this one because, I just haven't had one with Currants before. So, but I'm not moving.
Absolutely.
I'm staying the same, 3.75. And I hope maybe possibly, probably won't, but find another one so that I can try it cold.
That would be an amazing find if we could find another 1 or 2 or 3 of these.
Yeah, because
I have another can. We can just ice it down and share it sometime.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you bought the 4-pack.
I'm trying to talk Chad into coming down this weekend because I've found 2 places now that have vanilla on tap, and he's yet to have any. So, but yeah, I'm staying the same. Very close. Very close. Libertyville and Grays Lake. So
yeah, it's not looking good for this weekend.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I know.
So I'm saying the same. I did save a little bit in here because the wife said she wanted some, so I'm gonna save a little bit for her. Next week, are we doing Cafe Deth or Cafe Deth next week, or are we gonna do something other than Revolution?
We got Plaid Habit. You still have Plaid Habit left?
I have one.
Jake?
I drank the one that I took when I was helping Adam's dogs take dumps. So I have no habit. And I don't see it. Do you see it around here, Adam? Because I've looked, because I really liked it.
Oh, no, Menards. Woodman's had
Menards.
it. Woodman's had it. Golden Eagle had it.
I'm sure that both of the liquor stores here in Hartford have it. I've seen them both.
It at Woodman's?
I'd be surprised if Antioch doesn't have it, or even Bazaar. So,
well, I can get out this weekend and look for it.
If you go, let me know. I've been meaning. I want to go out. I haven't hit any of these beer stores in a while. So I was wondering, like Beer Bazaar or even Golden, or if we're down by Golden, we might as well take a trip over to Libertyville. They're the ones that have it on tap. I just got their email.
I might go to Craft Beer Cellar tomorrow.
Take the tour.
Maybe, Adam, we get away for a little bit on Saturday, or I don't know. It depends because there'll be some good football on Saturday and on Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you.
QQ. So yeah, next week, same bad time, same bad channel. And,
I got one final thought.
Oh boy, here we go.
But it's quick.
And now for Chad's final thought.
And it has to. It's this porch drinking that it comes back to the resolution thing.
We're the 3 best.
Okay.
We're
starting to get that murderous look in his eyes, Adam.
And a Bloody Mary.
Scott Johnson on Porch Drinking under the heading of "We need to be considerate," and it doesn't really have a whole lot to do with the don't ask for a flight of beers when the lone bartender is slammed with orders. But when you're at a brewery, folks, be considerate. we're all there just to have a good time. So make 2019 a good year. Just be happy and be considerate, have fun. That's it.
That's it.
That's my final thought.
Well, okay, I have a final thought.
Everybody, can we just love each other?
Sure, come on over. I don't have your pants on. We can love each other all night long. All right. Hey, so real quickly, if we can do this quickly, that'd be awesome. If we can, who gives a shit? It's our show anyway. What would be your? Just give me one New Year's beer resolution. If you don't do resolution, then call it a fucking goal, Chad. Fine, whatever you want to call it. What would be your one resolution for the 19? Jake.
Ooh, I don't. Give me a second here. Does anybody have one ready?
Yeah, or we'll go to Chad. Chad.
Well, I can say that
Me smalls.
my 796 check-ins was a bit of a shocker. So
See, you see that as a bad thing.
As
I
oddly
see that as a badge of honor.
as odd as it sounds, I'm going to try to drink a little bit less
Oh God.
this year. But I'm still planning to enjoy plenty of beer.
That escalated quickly.
I mean, God, 800 beers. That's 600 beers is plenty. So
I'm not even mad. I'm just impressed.
Right.
And a whole wheel of cheese.
now watch next year. This show, first year next year, I'll be like 900.
I was gonna say it's gonna be like 923.
Exactly. That'll be all based off a bad week you had. Drinking your ass into the table.
Okay, I think I'm ready, Adam.
All right, good. Good to hear. Good to hear.
I think the better word is goal, but we'll call it a resolution.
Whatever the fuck you want to call it.
I'm going to spend
Fuck you, Chad.
less time trying to find special releases where I'll know I'm waiting in line. Not saying I'm not going to do it because I just like good beer, but I'm going to try and supplement some of that and add some time to just visiting more breweries that I've never been to. I think I'd rather do that, even if they have beers that I've had. I just want to visit more breweries and worry a little bit less about waiting in lines, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
That makes total sense.
Yeah, and I think that kind of goes along. I have two that I thought of too, but that goes along with it. One of mine was also to visit more breweries. You know, we talked about trying to get to more breweries just in our county. You know, right? Jake and I had talked about, like, I found a website somewhere that listed all the breweries just in our county. We're like, holy shit! Like, I didn't.
We've just got to put it on the calendar, and I will get it done with you.
And we've only visited 2 or 3.
Only Child, Tight Head.
And I've been to Light the Lamp.
Yeah, I haven't been there.
But, you know, other than that, so, you know, I definitely want to see more, go to more breweries. One of the goals I have for this show is actually interview more brewery people on the show. Something we've never done before, and we're hoping to do. But then my other goal is also just diversify. So, you know, lately I've been extremely heavy, almost 100% on barrel-aged beers. It's all I've been drinking. So I'm actually, for the first time in a very, very long time, looking forward to having an IPA, which I haven't had.
Some of that's time of year, probably, though.
No,
but
that's
yeah,
definitely true. That's definitely true. But also this time of year, you get all of those barrel-aged getting released, right? So
The specialty stuff,
yeah, especially the really good stuff. So, but also I want to try and venture out and have some of these styles maybe I haven't had, or some that I've very rarely had, and get into those more. One of the best Christmas gifts I got was from, you know, this couple that we haven't seen in years. They used to be our neighbors, and they brought me this wooden box for the 12 days of Christmas, because in that is a lot of European beers, which I've never had. So, you know, venturing out and seeing what other styles are out there and what else is good. That's one of mine. So
we should do like an import show a month or something.
Yeah,
get it.
That was what I was going to say. Getting it was going to be the issue.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you're going to have Guinness every time.
Guinness or Smittix, those little two, they're everywhere.
Right. So
I was thinking of saying, Adam, though I just didn't know how to accomplish this. I was thinking of saying trying to drink more beers. I mean, you see a lot of articles about, oh, here's the new hottest, you know, it's Vermont or it's Portland or it's, you know, wherever it is. Just having more beer from different places. But I think the challenge is getting some of that. So,
Yeah. But I also think, I mean, I would say for myself, I haven't tried all that hard.
no. Well, but we know that. We know the best beer places within a reasonable driving distance of where we live. And and we're aware of what they have on their shelves in general, I would say.
Yeah. But I would agree, like I said, diversified. You know, whether that's
totally agree.
I totally want to. It's kind of a mixed. I want to diversify, but I also want to concentrate on what's here right near me too, because I'm gonna get the freshest beer right around me, right? And I've only been to 3 out of the 15 to 20 beers in my county or breweries in my county. So
let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
All right. Anything else, kids? Are we done here?
Nada from Mita.
Just don't forget Friday morning beer review by the old Cadillac. That's on our YouTube page.
Good one this week.
I'll be up early tomorrow morning drinking a Prairie Artisan Ales double dunk.
If you go to beerdedhops.com, you'll see the link to our YouTube page. You can see that there. That's released in the morning. And we're going to start getting those out, actually also released onto the podcast stream. So those of you who don't watch it on YouTube will actually get it in your podcast app. That'll be happening as well. So
nice.
All right, kids.
We're the 3 best
have
friends
a good,
that anyone could have.
week.
We're the 3 best friends that anyone could
See ya.
have. And we're all
Happy New Year, everybody.
See you next week.
Happy